We're going to hear from Ileana Ros-Lehtinen, Congresswoman Ros-Lehtinen, who was, until quite recently, the chair of the House International Relations Committee. Many people don't realize that her mother is actually, the descendants of her mother actually were Jews who escaped the Spanish Inquisition and moved to Turkey. Turkey accepted Jews throughout that period, you may or may not know. And how, ultimately, her family gets to Cuba is something that I've never had time to sit down with her and discover. But it was very nice of her because she has worked with us repeatedly in every aspect of our work to bring lasting peace and stability to Southeast Europe, to send us a video from her home district in Florida.
Good evening and welcome to the Museum of Jewish Heritage, where you will have the opportunity to bear witness to little known but tremendously important acts of kindness, of humanity, of heroism. Tonight, by retelling their stories, we remember and honor those Albanians who risked everything to rescue Jews from the perils of the Holocaust. I'm terribly saddened that I could not be with you in person, but I join you in honoring the virtues of tolerance, of courage, and of self-sacrifice of the Albanian people. It is an honor and a privilege to be a small part of the Albanian American Civic League and Foundation event tonight, and to welcome all of you to what I know will be a very moving evening. I want to thank Joe and Shirley for having done a superb job supporting the Albanian people and for helping to keep those important stories alive for all of us to hear and understand them. As a Cuban refugee, I remember well what it meant to live under a ruthless dictatorship that has no compassion for its people. That's why I'm such a staunch supporter of freedom and democracy. And that is why I am proud to be able to call myself a friend of the Albanian people, a people who continuously demonstrate compassion and humanity, even during the most unimaginable times of hardship and suffering. While many countries under Nazi occupation helped deport their fellow Jewish countrymen, Albania was one of a handful of places in Europe that sheltered and protected their Jewish neighbors, saving them from almost certain death. I commend the great courage of the Albanian people who risked their own lives and the lives of their loved ones to help not only their countrymen, but Jews from all across Europe survive the Holocaust in Albania and Kosovo. Imagine that under such an oppressive regime and under such great risk, the Albanian people demonstrated unparalleled courage by never wavering from their values and their beliefs of compassion and humanity. This places the Albanian people in a very rare category, and I view it as a personal duty to ensure that this story of courage, of compassion, will receive the recognition it so truly deserves and live on forever as a shining example for all of humankind. But the Albanian-Jewish relationship is two-dimensional. It is well known that during Kosovo's time of need, while the Milosevic regime was massacring thousands of Kosovars, the Jewish diaspora came to their defense and were major contributors to the humanitarian efforts and for the push to end his campaign of horror and cruelty. These two people have seen too much suffering, and they have witnessed the very worst of mankind. I take comfort in knowing that through it all, these communities will forever be linked together, sharing an understanding that no matter what, there is still good and compassion left in humanity, and that they will continue to do what is right. That is why, as a proud and committed friend of the people of Albania, I will continue to work in Congress to strengthen the U.S.-Albanian alliance and to ensure that the heroic Albanian people will never again have to face the world alone, and that the stories of so many Albanians will never be forgotten. Thank you.